Thokozani. Good day, everyone. Please welcome back. This is Gogo Makgaba again. Today, I want us to talk about money, especially when you know that you have a spiritual gift. What do you need to do? Why must you save money the minute you know that you have a spiritual gift? But before we start, I want to welcome those who are new. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Please remember to subscribe, like our page, hit the notification bell as well. And please, if you want to leave a comment, make sure to leave, nice and respectful comment. Thank you so much. Okay, money advice for the people who have a spiritual gift. The minute you know that you have a spiritual gift, you have not yet gone to initiate, but you do know that you have a spiritual gift. What do you need to do? The moment you know that you have a spiritual gift, please start saving money. The reason I'm saying this is because to go and initiate costs lots of money. Yes, when you go to initiate, the Gobela, who's the teacher who's going to to train you to become a Sangoma, a psychic or a medium or a prophet or whatever it can be, especially for the people who have spiritual gifts to initiate as a Sangoma, because to be a Sangoma, it's a very long process and it requires lots of money. Yes, when you go there, your Gobela will tell you the amount which is requested by his or her ancestors for the initiation. Remember, when they charge you this is because the Gobela is going to teach you everything. They will teach you about the divine bones. They will teach you about helping people, about curing sicknesses, about cleansing homes, cleansing people. It's lots of work. And the Gobela is also, during his own time, take you to the shops where you'll go and buy whatever your ancestors want you to buy. Those beads, those ancestor cloth, everything needed. He will always or she will always go with you. So the Gobela is taking his time to fulfill what your ancestors want you to do. And number 3, normally when we initiate, we stay at the Gobela place. So you're also staying there for free. They don't charge you to stay there. You sleep there. Yes, you stay there full time until you are done, until you are finished, until you've graduated. So there are so many things which the Gobela is going to do for you. Those many ceremonies. So they also count. That's why you have to pay a certain amount for the, for the work which the Gobela is gonna do for you. And normally, the ancestor of the Gobela, they will tell the Gobela that to initiate, you must charge this much. They usually give prices. So that's why you need to start saving. And when you go there, normally what they do, the mistake which I've seen that they do is in most cases, they will just tell you that money only, the money which is needed by the ancestors. They won't tell you about other things which are needed. Instead, they're supposed to, to say to you, to initiate you, yes, our ancestors are going to need this much. And remember, you must also have money to buy your own beads. Those beads are yours. They are the beads which are needed by your ancestors. Those ancestor cloth are yours. So it means that it's you who must take out the money to buy them. And the divine bones, they are expensive. To buy the divine bones, you'll find that maybe your whole bag of the divine bones, you have to pay around 5,000 to 7,000 or 5,000 to even 10,000 for the ones which are going to be bought. Yes, your ancestors might give you other divine bones after you've initiated, where they'll tell you that go to this road, or maybe next to this river, you'll find some divine bones. We'll put them there for you under this type of tree or there by the road. Yes, you go there and you'll find them. But most of them, they're the ones which you are going to buy. So that's money. And also remember that for those ceremonies which you always have there, different type of ceremonies, it's money as well. This is your ceremony. It's not the Gobela ceremony, which means that it's you who must buy all the food which is needed for the people who will be invited to celebrate with you in order to make that celebration a success, or that ceremony a success. So for those ceremonies, if you are a Sangoma, we need to beat drums. So people who knows how to beat drums will be invited. People must be given food. And sometimes you find that maybe the ceremony which is going to take place, or maybe maybe is the graduation, maybe it takes about 2 days to 3 days. For those 3 days, the people must have food. It is you who's going to buy that food. So normally they will give you a list of the food which must be bought, so that everyone will be able to eat, everyone who's been invited. And those people, they must have some things to drink as well. So you'll be given a list of the drinks which those people will need in order for the, for the ceremony to be a success, because this is what is needed. And yes, there'll be some, some little monies which needs to be paid, like when they receive you, when you arrive the first day for the initiation, when they introduce you to the ancestors, there must be a certain amount. When they take you to the river, there must be a certain amount. This is the, for the Mandau ancestors. And when they bring you home, there must be a certain amount, which you must also pay. And when they take off the beads, those beads which they, they've put on you, the beads and the ancestor cloth, there must be money as well. So all those things, you must count them. It's lots of money if you count them one by one. And remember, sometimes your ancestors might say, when you are being brought back home, you must slaughter a cow. Remember, a cow is expensive. Expect to pay 10,000 to 15,000 for a cow. So do you have that money? Even the ceremony which must be done at Ugobela place, where you're going to graduate, you find that maybe 2 to 3 sheep are needed. This will depend on your ancestors, how many they want. So you need to count all those things. You need to have enough money, because you don't know what is going to be expected of you when you get there. Remember, when you have a spiritual gift, once you start acknowledging your ancestors, you start talking to them, they'll start coming in your dreams, showing you this, showing you that. All those beads, all those ancestor cloth, you must write them down. When you get there, that's where everything will be bought. And just because you've seen, they've only shown you three ancestor cloth. When you get there, doesn't mean that you are going to buy only those 3. You find that you have to be up to you have to buy up to 10 or even more. On your graduation day, your ancestors will expect you to wear, certain type of garment, where you're going to, where you'll be dancing, doing the, the Sangoma dance and all those things. They will tell your Gobela what you must wear. Cloth must be bought at the shops, and then with lots of beads, which are going to decorate the cloth which you are going to wear on that special day. So this is lots of money. That's why the minute you know that you have a spiritual gift, the first thing which you need to do, start saving money. Don't be surprised when you get there, they only told you about, payment for the ancestors. And then later on, they tell you must buy this, you must buy that. Then you become surprised. Because yes, with myself, I was surprised as well. I didn't know that this is how it is done. When the first time when I went there, they told me that this is so much. I thought that this is what I'm going to pay, then I'm done. Only to find out that no, what they've told me, this is small money. It's nothing compared to what is still required from me. Because yes, this is my ceremony, this is my graduation, this is my initiation. It is my money which must work there. Same way as going to school or going to a varsity, it's you who must pay. So it's the same thing. Make sure that you start saving money. The first thing which you must do. Number 2, if you are working, never ever resign until your ancestors tells you to. Yes, you might have a spiritual gift and you find that you are working because you do have a spiritual gift, or maybe because one day you must go and initiate. This does not mean that you must resign. Do not ever resign from your work. Maybe sometimes you find that that job which you have right now is one of the blessings which was given to you by your spiritual guides. Then if you resign, how are you going to pay for your initiation? Obviously, you won't be able to initiate. And now the next thing, you'll be doing what? saying bad things about your Gobela. He was taking my money, taking my money. No, he's not taking your money. Everything, that money, everything which you are buying, you are doing it for yourself. You're doing it for your ancestors. They gave you the job so that you will start saving money. When the initiation comes, you are able to go through the process without having to go back to the ancestors crying and being like, I don't have money. They gave you the job. They know that you are getting paid every month. They know about your salary. Okay? So, and normally when they tell you when they tell you to resign, they will come to you in the dreams or in the vision, and they won't tell you once. They will come over and over again until when you see that now they're serious, that's when you can, resign. So, and when they come to tell you that you need to go and initiate, they will come to you in the dreams. Dreaming about me, Gogo Mahabu, when you see yourself, at my Dumba, and then you see yourself wearing Sangoma, not Sangoma, Matwasani, the trainees, cloth, things like that, beads. This does not mean that I'm going to initiate you. If it's me who's going to initiate you, they will tell you straight that Gogo Mahabu is the one who's going to initiate you. Dreaming about me teaching you the divine bonds does not mean that I'm going to initiate you. No. They're just showing you the process that you are going to go through this process. You are going you are going to go and twasa. You're going to go through this type of training. You'll be taught the divine bonds. You'll be doing this, you'll be doing that. This is some of the process. This is how they're showing you how your journey is going to be. And when the time is right, they will tell you that now is time to go and initiate. Go to Gogo Mahabu. She's the one who's going to initiate you. If you don't know me, if you've never seen me before, then they will even show you. You'll see me in the vision or in the dream. You'll even see where I'm staying. You'll see my house. You'll see where I'm staying. Even when you come looking for me, when you see the house, you'll be like, oh yeah, this is the house which I saw in the dream. Exactly. So this is how they will tell you. Number 3. So let's say you have a spiritual gift and then they come and tell you that now you must go and initiate. What you can do, they didn't say to you, you must resign. What you can do, talk to your HR managers, talk to your managers, tell them about, this process which you need to go through. Tell them about your initiation. Ask them for some leave. If when you are working, they allow for that, you'll go and initiate. Maybe find that they're still paying you, or maybe they're paying half of your salary. It will depend. Or if you find that maybe they won't be able to pay you, maybe what you can do, the minute you know that you have a spiritual gift, please make sure that you save your days. You save your days, your leaves. You don't take too many leaves, so that when the time comes, you know that you have enough days. And then you can take your leave, and then you can go there and initiate. And it's still okay if, like, maybe where you are being initiated is not far from work, where you can maybe talk to your Gobela. If your Gobela allows, that 2 weeks you are at the initiation school, 2 weeks you are at your workplace, so that at least at the end of the month you're getting paid something, and then you are able to to make those payments or to buy those things which your ancestors wanted to buy. Okay, but then if you find that where you are initiating, they don't allow that, you must be there full 3 months or full 6 months. As long as you talk to your HR, they understood, and then they allowed you to go there and initiate. After 3 months or after 6 months, you come back to work, then it's still okay. Even if they say to you, yes, you'll go there, it's fine, we'll give you the days, but it will be non-payment leaves, type of leaves. You'll go there, but we won't pay you. It's still okay. You know that you've saved enough, then you can survive at home. The kids can also survive. Okay, then you go there, you go to initiate, and then you don't have to resign. Do not resign from your work, because you might find that after the initiation, to be honest with you guys, after the initiation, most of us, we don't automatically start working. You don't automatically start working. You might come back and then you find that even if, like, maybe ancestors are sending people, they're not enough. They're not enough. And you can't depend on the people which your ancestors are sending to you. And remember, you've resigned. Do you have enough money to support your family? No. So don't resign until they tell you to resign. Like I've said, you find that that work that you are having, this is some of the blessings which is given to you by your spiritual guides. If they gave you that job and then you resign without that permission, they might turn their back on you. They might turn their back on you because you've just decided. Remember, you are a child of the ancestors. You are a child of the spiritual guides. You are governed by your spiritual guides. So you must live by the rules. This is how we live. You don't just make choices, or you don't just make things. When you want to do something, it's best to always talk to them, explain to them, and then thereafter you can do what you want to do. But at least, you've told them about your plans. And normally, if your plans are not good plans, after talking to them, they will always come in the dreams, in the vision, through the intuition as well, to tell you that, no, don't do this. It is not yet the right time. Just wait a little bit. Okay. Number 4. If possible, start a business, even if it's a small business, as long as it will bring you something. Because normally people who have spiritual gifts, most of them, especially those ones who have the water ancestors, like the Mandao are those type of ancestors who, they like being their own bosses. They like being creative. They like being business minded. This is how they are. So usually your ancestors will send you some creative ideas. They will show you the type of business which they want you to do. If possible, if you are able to start those businesses, even if it's a small thing, and if it's possible for you to start it while you're still working, please do that. But then if it's not possible to start this business while you're still working, it's okay. At least you know that you must do 1, 2, 3. What you can do, you can start saving for that business, so that you know that when the time comes for me to resign, I do have enough money. I'm going to start the business which they showed me. Obviously, they will bless it and then it will grow. Okay, number 6. When resignation time comes, then do what your ancestors wanted to do. Start doing it full time. Like maybe sometimes they will be like, okay, now it's time for you to resign. Remember, it will depend on the type of ancestor whom you have. Okay, it will depend on them. Some ancestors, when you resign, when you go back home and then you start doing ancestor work full time. Some ancestors, yes, they might want you to concentrate on their work only. They might want you to concentrate on their work only. They want you to help people. So don't be afraid and be like, you know what, I'm going to suffer, things like that. No, you will never suffer. They know what they have for you. You're not going to depend on the people whom they send to you. No, they know what they have in store for you. So you don't have to be afraid. And then if your ancestors are those ones who are like, very business minded, they give you these creative ideas, there are so many things which you can do. There are so many things which you can do. Then if you've already started with your business, yes, you are helping people on the other side, and on the other side, you are pushing your business. Like for instance, usual ancestors will show you business, like maybe they'll show you a chemist, a traditional herb chemist. They'll want you to do that. Or they will show you other type of business which you can do. So once you start doing those things, you announce it to the ancestors, they bless it, and then you're good to go. Number 7. So normally your ancestors will give you prices. They will tell you how much you must charge if you are charging. Yes, for some people, you find that the ancestors, even if they help people, but then they'll be like, no, you don't have to have a price. The people will only thank you. So you'll help a person, and then the way they help you, the way they thank you, it's okay. Everything which comes from them, accept it. This is how they work. But for some, the ancestors will be like consultations, it must be this much. Helping people must be this much. And they will also give you instructions on what to do with that money. All you need to do is to make sure that you follow instructions. Thank you so much, guys. This is all that I had for you today. And if you have some points or whatever you want to add on this topic, you can do that on the comment section. And I wish you many blessings, guys. Tokos.